The 31st, is that correct? Something like that. Anyways, who cares? 6:13 in the morning. Um, just want to make this video because watching different videos on YouTube and then watching basically Trump the Antichrist be revealed, just like I've been saying since his first office run. So, here are the two Republican voters. Here are the two options. Donald Trump didn't do this. He didn't do anything. Cash Patel didn't do anything with his fucking. He didn't do anything. Pam Bondi, all the Kelly Conn artists, all these Fox News pundits like Pete Hegseth have been accused of beating his wife. His mom begging him to get help. Trump grabbing pussy. Upset that Epstein stole some of his employees from his spa, which were teenage girls. Ghislaine Maxwell getting, approached by the Trump. Okay, so all those things are just fake and they're not real. And everyone, just everyone, the entire Democratic Party, minus you and your select little group of people, have been fooled into believing that Donald Trump is a piece of garbage. The pictures show him that those are not normal pictures of his daughter sitting on his lap. It is not normal for a guy like him to buy a Miss Universe or Miss Teen pageant and then brag about walking in on the contestants changing. He's got multiple rape charges against him. And all these people are lying against him. Or, and hear me out, or he's full of shit because he's a con artist. Bashan, dude, I hear you and I figured that out. I regretted my first vote. Did you speak up? Did you tell everyone? Yeah, I voted. It was a fucking mistake. I realized within the first 3 days. I realized within the first 3 weeks. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Anything like that? Or you just tuck your tail and pull in your seat at Thanksgiving and just not say shit about it like it wasn't your fault. Like his first presidency did not lend credibility to his second. Like he would have won. This time around, if it weren't for all the interference. Right? Just like before, just like always, it's never his fault. He doesn't cheat. He has the best of everything. He is the best at everything, except he can't sell water. He doesn't have his air. I wouldn't doubt if he started the whole airline thing, just so we could get an airplane. Now look, we got the Qatar airplane. And he wants the government to fix it up. $134 million, I believe they said he wanted it fixed up. Probably because it's super secured and he gets to take it home with him. Why? Because it's going to be his new floating fucking place that he does this. He doesn't have any intention of stopping. And or he wants to be mobile so that way when you guys come after him, he can just take off and get the fuck out of there. It's not going to go down easy. He's going to lie. He's going to cheat. if anything, he will say that it's fake and it's not real, and that he's being mistreated, and that this has never happened to anybody before, and how everyone should have pity for Trump because he's Trump. And I say fuck that, dude. I say bury the motherfucker wherever they fucking find the body. Just put him in the ground. Fuck him. He sucks. I mean, he is the worst piece of shit. I've been saying it for fucking years, since the '80s, man. I've been saying this isn't Trump derangement syndrome because he's a politician and he was beating the Democrats and whatever. No, this is because he's a fucking asshole, and it always has been. Donald Trump is a fucking asshole, always has been. And if you're just not realizing that, there's something wrong with you. You want president whose catchphrase is "You're fired"? Are you gonna think it's gonna fix the government? Just firing anybody. We hired a fucking president that, when during the first term, asked if he can get a reshoot on a live fucking broadcast. That was a TV show. He's not a bright person. He's just an idiot, man. A hateful, manipulative idiot that very well could be a pedophile. How fucking would it be that Epstein didn't die? He is accused of what he said, what they say, or isn't. He just had orgies. And that was enough to get a senator back in those days. Trump brings a friend who looks a bit older than she should be, than she is. Let Epstein know that she's 16 or something, you know what I mean? A young age. Which Trump thinks is okay for him and Epstein to do. And Epstein's like, we just transported someone across state lines. A minor. Are you insane? No, she's cool. She's like, no, dude, it's not okay. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to set me up? No. You're that stupid that you move someone across state lines. Matt Gaetz does it. Matt Gaetz is a fucking idiot for instance set up for the fall. He and his fucked up friend making those fake IDs for underage people. They're set up for the fall. And you have a criminal ring. You want to keep going. Someone has to take the blame. If that island were still going right now, would any of you know? Think about this, if that island was still going with a whole fresh batch of immigrant children that were deported from here because of fucking ICE raids. Pedo Island is still, what if Pedo Island is still running, fed by the fucking children separated from their parents during those detentions? Would you even know? Would you even care? No, you wouldn't. You log in, you log out, you not give a fuck. You drift in, you drift away. And just like Melania's jacket, I don't really care, do you? Maybe she was trafficked also. Anything but that? Oh, she was a prostitute, she was a whore in a magazine. Right, but why? Maybe she grew up in a situation where that was the only thing they allowed women to do. She may not have had the best education. Some people are kept in the dark and really brought out for only one thing. And you might be like, oh, yay. I get to go to America with a very rich businessman. Get the fuck away from here. At least it's not different guys every night, whether I want them or not. And I have to, otherwise they beat the fuck out of me. And then I've got to do this fucking. I look pretty in the pictures. I don't mind that, but what happens is a bit degrading. The way they treat me. Plus, I don't see any profits from that. I mean, I get to eat enough to stay skinny and exercise and not become dead. It's a modeling agency, and their job is to try, and while they're peddling my ass, try and find me an American who'll take me away from this. And here I hear this guy talking about he's a billionaire and how he's so nice and how he's got all these other things and he's got kids and how everything is just going bad against him. And I'm like, oh, I understand. Everything's gone bad against me too. You know, we ought to do things. Yeah, sure. And or you're not my type, but I mean, I am a model, and you're used to renting models to make yourself look like you're actually hotter than you are. So yeah, I'll be a surrogate for this little child that you have planned. Baron, yeah, that's not grandiose or anything like that. And because there's actual Baron Hilton. Or it's actually a real estate mogul, hotel magnate, tycoon, billionaire. He doesn't have to fake it. You know how I know? He doesn't talk about it all the time, how rich he is. Donald Trump, all the time. I'm really rich. Not that I care. I'm not bragging. But I've got so much money. Everybody cares. You saw him on The Apprentice. He has to be rich from that alone. You know how TV works, man. You know how anything works, and that's why you think you know shit, but you don't. It's political rant, man. You can head out if you want to. It's no good. It's nothing here. You just check the title, you'll see that it's a political rant. Honestly, why people join in. There's no reason to join in. Yes, I went live. I mean, there's just no reason to join in. If it's worth watching, I'll post it later. I mean, do people want to just take part of the live part? I don't understand. There's nothing to see here, man. It's just talking about Republicans and politicians. Yeah, there you go. See? Log in, log out. Unless you're just trying to get more viewership on fake accounts, which, I mean, I've been kind of bombarded by fake accounts, which is just sad, you know? Just sad. Especially since he's about to go away. Very soon. These are going to be going away soon. I've got a couple more months and then I'm done. And these boats are getting a little bit warmer, so I'll be going to the beach a lot more. Turns out I know the water's warmer. And I'll probably be doing shorts and stuff like that, just little small things. And if I do broadcast, I'll be broadcasting, instead of being public, I'll be broadcasting unlisted. So he's just wasting a lot of time. Another video is going to be live. And in a little bit, I'm getting everything together. And the video is going to be live. It's just a waste of time, dude. It's just wasting time. Hey, how's it going? Nothing going on here, but just politician stuff, political talk. You can hit out if you want to. There's nothing going on. So, Republicans that voted the first time for Trump, you're to blame. You're to blame for the second time. The first time lent legitimacy to a second time. First time lent credibility to January 6th. Which then laid the building blocks for 2020. The future Republicans envisioned, the future Republicans waited for, wanted so desperately and badly. Is there a way to turn off fucking like live announcements? I just don't want to know. You guys could turn off live chat or something like that, but I'd probably have to do that through the actual chat filter. Hide all chat messages. There we go. So I can't see shit anyways. Hopefully no one else can either. So it'd be a waste of time when I do go live. I like the conversations anyway, because people always go off topic. They're probably trying to make the show about themselves or whatever, or make me frustrated, upset. Probably people get a kick out of seeing me get upset and pissed off. I don't know. Future my ex and all of her family loved it. Because I get really frustrated and I get really angry and I get pissed off. And they'd all just laugh. Which made me more angry. Which made them laugh more. It's just funny when you're angry. Yeah, because I get fucking brutal and I get honest and I fucking tear shit apart because I'm really good with words. And when I get fucking angry, I get very, 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 very focused. That's the problem. When I'm in a compassionate, caring mood, I think slowly, clearly, carefully to make sure that I don't hurt anybody. When I'm in angry mode, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And that's why I don't like getting angry, because I don't give a fuck who is there and I don't give a fuck who's in the way. You get in the way between me and my target, you're fucked. You're fucked. Plain and simple. You get between me and my target, you're fucked. Just like the target is. I make grown men cry, man. I've assassinated people internally. When you start picking apart who they are as a person to their face, studying by their clothes and what they're wearing, the way they stand, what the words they use. And you're describing their life to them. And then you see the hurt registering on their face. You're so close. How do you know this? Your anger, authority, your dad, Usually like kind of wince or whatever, like, uncle. And they're like, oh, fuck, how'd you know? I'm like, okay, so you're his uncle. You can just go to the mail. Uncle, grandfather, brother. There it is, brother. What do you do? Touch him? You know what I mean? You were touched by your brother. Interesting. Look how mad you are right now. You're ready to kill me when you want to beat the shit out of him, but I'm guessing you don't have the balls to do it because you're still afraid of him. And you start fucking tearing shit like that apart to them. It completely disarms them. They have no fucking defense because it's their greatest fear and their greatest worry of anyone finding out, being exposed right to their face by a complete stranger and guessed all that by their clothing, the way they talk, and the way they walk, and the way they stand. Say I didn't. Say I don't. I figure out things about people that they don't fucking know about themselves. Quickly. It's not that hard. You just got to find the why. The why tells everything. The how tells you what drives the behavior. The why tells you how that bothers individual and causes the responses it causes. With me, as I said, my thing is that I have a fairly short fuse for stupidity, especially cruelty. And I will snap. I haven't like lost my shit. I haven't gotten an assault, but I almost did it not too long ago. Um, so, as I was coming home from that incident, I was like, why do I mean, they were my ex, and they're grilling me. Why do you do that? You gotta do that. You gotta do. And I didn't do anything. I just talked about going down there and teaching the little kids some lessons about throwing sand on the duck, and the dad for not teaching the kid not to do that. I wanted to teach them both a fucking lesson that they would never, ever, ever forget. And I mostly gritted my teeth, but they still, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that? So I thought about it. Why do I do that? It was simple. My mom was thrown down that flight of stairs. I was too young to do anything to my dad, who was much larger and bigger than me and known to whoop my ass for even fucking doing whatever it was I was doing. Usually out of line, been warned about it, and I was getting my ass whooped. Um, but I wasn't gonna go against him at like 4 or 5. But I wanted to push him down the fucking stairs. Show him how it feels. But I couldn't do that. So now when I see people being mistreated for unjust reasons, I want to fuck them up. Now that I know that about myself, I've learned to go, okay, we can get to violence. We can always end up in violence. Violence is always an option. It's always a key. I mean, it's not a key, but it's always a end result we can end up at. So why start there? Try and start at it peaceful. Try. And if they don't let that happen, keep working your way up. And like, look, man, the next step is for me to fucking fuck you up. Oh, let's see what you got. Okay, man. Okay. That's what's gonna have to happen. And like I said, we got a lot of people talking shit out there who've never even taken a punch. You never taken a punch to the face, to the jaw, had your head stomped on, none of this shit, and you want to talk shit about what you're gonna do. You're gonna get knocked the fuck out in the first 5 seconds. You're not gonna know what the fuck to do because you watch too many fucking movies, and therefore you think you are Rocky because you watch the training. So vignette, whatever the fuck, like montage. You watch the training montage, and now you think you're trained? No, that was the kind of the point, but no. Anyways, I should probably get some sleep and crash out. You have a good night if you're out there, and if you're not, then have a good night wherever you are. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think. I have no idea about time and space anymore. I'm fucking high. You have a good life, a good day, and a happy new year, and Shanika and Rosh Hashanah.